Hi, second grade parents. It is good to see you again. I am going to be giving you just some suggestions. This is just mainly a talking video for me, but giving you some suggestions on how to teach these three concepts in math. So if that's not something you need help with, don't worry about watching this video. You can just exit right now. But if you want some suggestions or tips on how to teach these three concepts in math, go ahead and just keep watching. It shouldn't be a super long video. So let's go ahead and start with the concept of estimating sums. What the book is having the kids start to do is to take the skills that they learned from last week with rounding up to 10 and using the rounding up to 10 to add those numbers up to estimate a sum of two numbers that are not a 10. So like 12 plus 17. How do we round those numbers and then take those rounded numbers and add them together, and that's our estimated sum. One thing that I would suggest while you're explaining that to your kiddo at home, or if they're having trouble with it, I would go ahead and draw that hill for them again, even if it's just on a separate piece of paper and they have it right in front of them the whole time, but draw that hill where it's the 10 to the 20, and then it has the numbers in between, and the 15's there, and they're a different color going this way and a different color going this way. That is really, really helpful. Another thing that would be helpful to show which way the numbers are rounded would be getting a 100s chart and coloring the side from the 1s to the 4s at one color, and then the 5s to the 10s another color. So you've got 70 to 74 colored yellow, 80 to 84 is colored yellow, 90 to 94 is colored yellow, and then you've got 75 to 80, or I'm sorry, 75 to 80 colored another color. So that can be really helpful. So having the different sides would be helpful for them just to see, oh, this rounds this way and this number rounds this way. But then at the same time, they're adding those numbers, and so just reminding them, okay, they're both 10s at this point. It's 20 plus 30. What's 20 plus 30? 50. So that's what I would suggest, those two resources, doing the hundreds chart colored in, or drawing the hill that the book had given you before. You should still have that in your homework. If you just want to cut that out and give it to your kiddo, that's perfectly fine too. No problem, because you're not turning that into me. The second concept is pulling apart numbers. This is not something that's new. This is where they take 543 and they break it up into 500 plus 40 plus 3. So it's not something new that we haven't done before. One thing I would suggest is maybe getting, just getting maybe a whiteboard in front of them, or a piece of white paper, and some sticky notes, and then having them kind of pull apart the number that you write down. So just giving them some extra practice. Whether they pull apart 5 numbers is extra practice, but writing down 543 on a white piece of paper, and then they've got 3 sticky notes, and they have to write down what each of those numbers is representing. The 5 represents 500. The 4 represents 40 because it's in the tens place. This 3 represents 3 because it's in the ones place. And then showing if we add those together, they make 543. Whip out a calculator if you need to, but have them pull those numbers apart, add those numbers on a calculator together, and show them, look, adding those numbers together does actually make our full number. But it's just going to be a concept that they're reintroducing over the next few weeks. So that's kind of how I would reintroduce it to them and just give them extra practice. And then the last one is greater than and less than fractions. I showed the kids this in their video, but one easy and fun thing to do to keep their hands busy would be to draw some fractions on some paper plates for them and give them some scissors and have them cut them. And then you can have a separate paper plate that you don't have, this line is not here, but you have like a whole one right here. And then they can play with the fractions, and you can say, okay, is 1/8 bigger or greater than or less than 1/3? And they can put 1/3 on this one and cut that one out and put 1/8 and say, okay, this is actually, strange. The 1/3 is greater than the 1/8. But just using paper plates as a physical, hands-on thing would be really great. It would be fun to even make a pie with your kids or pizza and cut it in a certain way and show them, okay, do you want 1/12 of this pizza or do you want 1/4 of this pizza? And show them what the fractions look like. Another really helpful thing too is getting measuring cups out. So you've got a 1/3 cup and a 1/2 cup, and have 2 glasses of water and show them which is greater, which fraction is greater out of this whole cup. If you want 1/2 cup of water or do you want a 1/3 cup of water, and pouring it into the cups and seeing which one is greater than or less than. So those are just some suggestions I would throw out there for teaching these concepts at home. If you need help with any other concepts teaching wise, let me know and I will shoot you an email or beef up quick schools for you